What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video with your boy KO. So in this video I'm gonna go ahead and cover what I know I'm gonna be asked. Why did I leave Schneider? A lot of people said that I probably shouldn't have left Schneider. You know, I've been working there. I worked at Schneider for 1.5 years now, and a lot of people's like, you know the board and you know the areas. That's true. I really did. I knew the lanes, I knew the board like the back of my hand. That's how I survived, and I made it work at Schneider. But at the same time, the main reason why I left, y'all already know, is because of the freight. There was no freight. It happened about 3 weeks ago, and I couldn't find no loads. Sorry if y'all feeling me. The camera's moving around because I'm getting unloaded. But there was no freight. So 3 weeks ago, I only did 2 loads, and I couldn't find anything. And I've never seen that. You know, I've been here for 1.5 years, never seen that. So I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. So I worked the next week, and I think I did 2 loads again, or maybe 1 load or something like that. And then that's why I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. Other drivers are hitting me up asking me what's going on, and then they sent out a message about this new board. I mean, I've been heard about it, but it says getting new contracts, new boards, new all this, that, and the third. So I was like, okay, let me try to wait. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting, I know they said around May, but now I'm hearing it's supposed to be like, some people are saying months out. I don't really know. It's all he say, she say, so I don't know. So instead of waiting around, I applied to F2F. As all y'all know, I work at F2F now. I applied to F2F in the meantime. So I still technically worked at Schneider. I no longer work at Schneider as I'm filming this video. I no longer work there. I did terminate my contract. I'll talk about that. But at the time, I applied to F2F. Quick process. I'll make a video separately about the whole F2F process. But I applied, got hired, and then the orientation is online. So I did that while I was still working at Schneider. So I'm still watching the board for Schneider. I'm like, damn, I still can't find anything. So I just went ahead and started at F2F. I waited 2 weeks, see if it was gonna get better, and I wanted to see how it was gonna go at F2F, because I wasn't just gonna quit Schneider and then be at F2F and I not like it, you know what I'm saying? So that wouldn't make sense to me. So it wasn't getting any better. I still heard people complaining, this, that, and the third. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and stay at F2F. I made my first check here. I made a good check. I did it with a lot less work, and that's one of the points I'm gonna touch on. Like, now being here, I realized how many miles I was doing for the amount of money I was making. It worked then, but now it's like I do way less work. Like last week, I did 1,800 miles, still took home a $3,300 check. You know what I'm saying? Like, at Schneider, I took home the same amount of money for sure, but I was doing like 3,000 miles. So, and I was driving my clock 11-hour days, easy, like, y'all know, clockwork. Like, I was working my ass off, like, to make that money. I had some weeks where I had like $2,000 loads, and I did like 2-3 loads for the week, and I made good money. Those were good weeks, but was that consistently? No. Most things in trucking, it's probably not gonna be consistent. But past that, it's like, I really don't know what happened to their board, man. Like, I'm gonna go on their board now. I haven't been on their board I haven't checked the board since last week. So I'm gonna do this in real time so y'all can see. I still have access to it though. I hope. We gonna see. I haven't been on here. Let's see. And I'm gonna search. Let me see, logging in now. I see they had a glitch or something last week because they didn't charge nobody for their payments. I saw that and I was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I still got access. Y'all see, still got, see if I get it to focus. Nah, it ain't gonna focus, but y'all can see. I'm gonna do a 500-mile radius. My last delivery was Orlando. Today is the 8th, so we're just gonna do from the 6th, May 6th, all the way to May 10th. I'm just gonna do for the whole week. It's hot in my truck because I ain't got my APU on, so I can make this video. So there's 172 loads. We're gonna see what's the highest paying load. Let's see. The highest paying load picks up today in Donaldsonville, Georgia, and goes up to New Jersey, paying $1,600, 4,300 pounds. There's a couple of those loads. They got Pulaski, Tennessee to Orlando, Hartwell, Georgia to Wisconsin, McDonough. This is for Friday. Today is currently Wednesday as I'm recording this video. They got a Friday McDonough going up to Ohio. It's only 700 miles, but they don't deliver till Sunday. It's kind of stupid, but that one's pretty light. These are not too bad. I mean, they got more loads on here than when I originally looking, but it's still the same with a bunch of loads on here, but they're not confirmed. So I'm gonna go to confirm. This is showing me like unconfirmed and confirmed. So let me see. I'm gonna go to nothing but confirm. Let's see. This is a 500-mile radius, by the way. So of Orlando. In a 500-mile radius of Orlando, there's 55 confirmed loads. There was 174 loads originally, but now that I put it on confirm, there's 55. And the highest paying load is paying $1.50 a mile, and it's 43,000 pounds. So like, for a person that's been here and that's worked here, I know something going on with their board. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't how their board was. It used to be super easy for me to find freight, and now it's not. So, and I know I'm not the only one because I see it in the Schneider Facebook group all the time. So it's not just I'm complaining. No, there's a lot of people that done left. A lot of people that plan on leaving. So it's not just a me thing. I know that for sure. So another thing, the no split sleeper, I didn't really like not having that at Prime. We had that at F2F. We have split sleeper. So like, that's the thing where it's like, you can make more money with split if you know how to run splits. Schneider unfortunately did not have that. So I have notes here of things, so that's why I have my phone. Also, since I've been here, they do not penalize you for deliveries. Pick up early, delivery early. They don't care. You deal with brokers don't care. Every load I've had here, like right now, I'm currently at the Publix. My appointment was for 9 o'clock. I got here at 7:30. They took me. No one complains. Like my pickup that I picked up, this pickup for this load, my appointment was at 6 o'clock. I got there at 2:30 and picked that load up. You know what I'm saying? So they don't care. The brokers will tell you if you can get it deliver it. Like, so that's a plus because you're not sitting around. Y'all know at Schneider, man, you get penalized for being early, even though you would think you wouldn't. I mean, I get it. I get why. So I don't need y'all in the comments trying to break down the logistics part of it. I understand why they do what they do, but at the same time, it takes away money from you when you got a load that you pick up on Thursday, but now you can't deliver it till Saturday, Sunday, but it's only 600 miles. You can literally get there the next day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you stuck on the load, and yeah, I know y'all like, oh, you can just pick something else. Correct, you could, but if there ain't nothing else, then you kind of forced to take it so you can keep moving versus sitting. It just, yeah, that wasn't something I liked at Schneider, because I used to deliver loads early all the time. I mean, sometimes they complain, they did, but for the most part, you can ask your manager to change the appointment. For the most part, some places will do it. Some of them, they'll tell you it's a strict appointment, they can't do it, but then you get to the place and they'll take it. It's I don't know. So that's one thing I haven't had to deal with here, and that's one thing I did not like at Schneider as well. Also, y'all already know, at Schneider, you cannot be on the phone, even on the headset. There ain't no phones. You can't talk on the Bluetooth, none of that. You can't talk on the phone, point blank period. A lot of people still don't believe me when I say that. That is a thing. You can't be on the phone. People do it, because you see Schneider drivers doing it all the time. Hey, just don't get caught. Hey, that's all I can tell you. But that is a big thing at Schneider. I don't understand. Well, I do understand why, but it sucks at the same time, because like, you know what I'm saying, we got 11 hours to drive. You don't want me to talk, you know, most of these drivers got families, kids, whatever, and you don't want us to talk on the phone with them. That's crazy. Like, I feel like there should be some kind of something there to balance that out. Like, as long as you got a Bluetooth, like, obviously if you're not holding the phone to your ear talking on the phone, understandable. But if you got a Bluetooth headset, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Y'all send us messages on these tablets and stuff. That's a distraction. Just like y'all say talking on the phone is a distraction. We can listen to that message on that tablet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still a distraction at the end of the day. So what distraction outweighs another distraction? That don't make sense to me. But if you come to Schneider, no. Or you get here. I mentioned this in several videos. You cannot talk on the phone while you're driving. So a lot of people still think I be playing about that, but it's the truth. Also, here, no monthly videos. I get why they do the videos. Again, this is the first company I worked at where they did monthly videos. We did not do that at Prime. We're coming in, we ain't do that. No company that I've ever been to, we didn't have no monthly videos. At Schneider, you do have a monthly video. It's due by the 15th of every month. So keep that in mind. You do go to Schneider, you will have to do a monthly video. It gets annoying because honestly, for me, I used to forget all the time. I used to do that shit like the 14th, or if they send me a reminder, it's not something I'm thinking about. Here, they don't do videos, so that's one thing I like as well that I did not like at Schneider, doing these monthly videos. The 90-day inspections as well, I get why they do it, but it's like a convenience, but it's an inconvenience at the same time, because DOT regulation, you only gotta do an inspection once a year, but here you gotta do it 4 times a year. So, you know, depending on where you at the time, that can be a hassle. And if you're under a load, and then if you don't get it done, then they take all your loads from you, and it can be a hassle. So I mean, some companies is just once a year. I think when I worked at Prime, yeah, we only did it once a year. There wasn't no multiple times. Here it's twice a year. I mean, Schneider does, for the record, Schneider does pay for your 90-day inspection, so that is a plus. You don't have to pay for them. So although you have to do them 4 times a year, you do not have to pay for them every 90 days. Here you have to pay for one, but it's every 6 months here. So you have to do it twice a year. You pay for one, they pay for the other one. So I paid for mine when I came, and then my next one they will pay for it. So I feel like that was cool. Another thing, I feel like since I worked at Schneider for 1.5 years, so when I decided to come to Schneider, between Schneider and Landstar, the reason I came to Schneider was because I wanted to learn a load board. The reason I did not go to Landstar is because I heard they deal with agents and brokers and all that, and I'm like, that's a lot to take in all at once. I've been at Schneider for 1.5 years. I've learned the load board legitly. I can literally teach anybody how to run the load board at Schneider. I've taught several people through the videos, through conversations. Like, I got it down, but it's growth for me. I feel like I learned everything that I could learn for the most part at Schneider, as far as how to learn the load board, learn lanes, all that. So for me, I wanted something more. Y'all been heard me talking about eventually I was gonna leave Schneider regardless. So here they have a load board. Well, they don't have their own load board. They deal with brokers, DAT board, truck stop, RXO, Uber Freight, all of different load boards. So you deal with brokers. So for me, I felt like it was time. Now I have my own truck. I feel like it was time for me to learn something new. I didn't want to learn that before and learn the load board, but now that I feel like I know the dry lanes and what areas to run and what not to run, I fil like now I can adventure out and learn more as far as like dealing with agents, dealing with brokers and stuff like that, rate cons and all that different stuff. Like, that's something I would never learn at Schneider, because we don't deal with that. At Schneider, if you don't know, it is a point and click company. Whatever you see, you click on it, you book it, it's yours. Plain and simple. Super simple. It don't get no more simpler than that. Here, you know, it's you search. I mean, it depends on what board you run on. Cause they run JB360 board. JB360 boards the same way. You can point and click. You can place a bid on it, but you don't have to. If it's a price that you cool with, you can just hit book now and that is yours. But the other boards, y'all know you gotta call and they send you a rate con, and you know, I'm learning new stuff that I didn't know at Schneider, or I would have never learned at Schneider. So for me, it's about growth. I don't know, I'm still don't know if I want to learn, start my own trucking company. But if I do decide to do that, you know, it's cool to build those relationships with these brokers now, because if I decide to get my own authority and do my own thing, I already got these connections with these people that I've been working for, you know what I'm saying? So that'll help me in the long run. But other than that, Schneider was a good company. If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 through 10, I would give Schneider like an 8. I never really had too many negatives. I mean, the main reason that I left, like I told y'all, is really just the low board. Is one of my boys commented on my video. He said that they told him that there's big changes coming. I don't know when those changes are coming, and I wasn't gonna sit around and wait and find out when they were coming, obviously. So that's another thing. They saying these changes are coming. They said it was gonna be a couple weeks. I'm here in a couple months, so no one really knows, and Schneider's not really addressing it. So it's like, as a company, if y'all see y'all got these drivers that's not moving, I see more company drivers and power only people than I see ICs, and I feel like that's a problem. So as a company, if y'all not addressing the situation, y'all saying, oh no, there's nothing wrong with the board is fine. How? If you got all these drivers, I've had several drivers hit me up, can't find no loads. They're in areas, you know, they have the loads, but they're not confirmed, which makes no sense to me. But if y'all don't know what that means, at Schneider on the load board, they have confirmed loads and they have unconfirmed. So unconfirmed is loads that are on the board, but they haven't been confirmed to where you know the exact pickup time, date. Because when it's unconfirmed, it can say it picks up on Tuesday, and then when it confirms, it can change to Wednesday. So that's what I mean by that. But if you got a bunch of unconfirmed loads that don't really do anything, like I just told y'all, the 174 loads, when I put it on nothing but confirmed, it dropped down to 55. So what, 120 something loads not confirmed? Like, that's not helping anybody, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I made great money at Schneider. Do I still recommend Schneider? It may work. Like I tell people, the changes that they have coming, it could be great changes, it could be bad changes. I don't know. I don't have nobody in the inside. Schneider didn't tell me anything. When I told my manager that I was leaving, I told him directly, I'm like, hey, there's no freight. It's like kind of hard to sustain a business with no loads. And all he said was, let me know what date you want me to terminate your contract. That's all he said. He didn't tell me about no changes, no nothing. Like, it was just, I mean, I get it. At the end of the day, we all just a number to these people. They don't fucking care about us. But it's like, damn, that's it. Like, you ain't got nothing to say. He ain't say nothing about no changes, no extra freight, no new account. He said nothing, legitimately nothing. So in my mind, it's just like, damn, that's how it is. And if you ain't even mentioning nothing, but other people, managers and stuff, is mentioning, it's like, who knows what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, I don't know, that it don't sound promising to me, and I wasn't gonna sit around and wait. I did leave not leave, but I did give Schneider a notice. I didn't just up and quit. I let my manager know. That's how I still have access to the board. But I did let him know. I don't know when they're gonna terminate my contract. Everything as far as the truck, I took everything out myself. The tablet, the Easy Pass, the box that they put behind the dash that tracks you and all that, I took all that out myself. I took the numbers off, obviously, since I work at F2F, and the license plate, I took all that off. So I'll get the address from them to know exactly where to ship that to. Or, I mean, if anything, I go through Atlanta like every other day, so if anything, I'll drop it off in Atlanta if they want me to. So, but we'll see. But other than that, y'all, hey, if you want to go to Schneider, hey, I can't tell you what, I'm not gonna tell you not to go there. I'm not bashing them or nothing like that. They did me right, and for the time that I was there, it was good till it wasn't good no more, basically. So that sums up why I left Schneider. If I think of anything else, I'll just put it in another video. I will give y'all a video on F2F. I know I've already got a bunch of questions already, emails. I will give y'all the information. Some of these questions I can't even answer. Like, I'm on my 3rd week here, so I don't really know. So, you know what I'm saying? So give me time to figure that stuff out. If y'all want to, y'all can ask my brother. He been here longer than me. He's been here for a couple months, probably like 3-4 months now. And that's vibing with J-Rock. If y'all want to ask questions or want more info, he could probably answer that better. But he is on a dedicated, so there's a lot of stuff that he don't know as well. So keep that in mind. But you can try asking him, but like I said, he's on a dedicated, so a lot of stuff he does not know because he doesn't deal with it because he's on a dedicated. I'll eventually get the answers, but you gotta give me time because like I said, I just started here. I'm still learning everything. Everything for me is still new here. It's been a learning curve, but it hasn't been a hard learning curve since, for me, like I said, y'all know I already ran drive-in. I know the area, so that's the plus. It's just dealing with rate cons and brokers and pickup numbers, delivery numbers, and a lot of live loads. We do a lot of live loads, live unloads here. Unfortunately, it is what it is, but we'll get into that. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on my post notifications. All my new people, thank you for clicking on the video. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.